This is one of the most common questions. And I'd recommend starting off very, very simply. Number one, when you go to bed, put your phone on airplane mode, because if you wake up and you're barraged text messages and notifications and so on, you want to have a boot up sequence of your own. And I do believe, as I've been told, if you win the morning, you win the day. So what are a few ingredients? If you're starting as a blank slate, I would recommend number one, waking up, making your bed. I know this sounds odd. It was first recommended to me by an Indian monk. He convinced me of the merits, because you are accomplishing one thing at the beginning of the day, no matter what happens with unforeseen variables for the rest of the day. You will return to a made bed at the end of the day. And as a bookmark, beginning and end, it sets you up psychologically to be more productive and also to feel better. In addition to that, if you work at home in particular, it's common that external mess creates internal mess in terms of mental state. So making your bed does not mean four seasons. It just means, in my case, pulling up the sheets and blanket and so on, so it looks like I haven't had an elephant rolling around in my bed. That's really quite simple. And then arrange the pillows in a semi. What I would recommend for many people right after that is just do 10, 15 push-ups or some type of sun salutations or something like that to prime your nervous system. And that's effectively from Tony Robbins. There are many ways to do this, cold plunge and so on, cold shower, but to get your body physiologically into a state where you can then sit down and have a more optimistic story for setting strategies and so on for the day. If you're in a depressed state, you're going to see problems instead of solutions and ultimately have a really tough time, I think, starting your day on the right note and in the right gear. In addition to that, if you want to add extra credit, I would suggest that you consider either journaling, which I do almost every morning, with putting words on paper as spiritual windshield wipers, in effect trapping your monkey mind on paper so you can get on with your day. And then you can look at meditation, typically 10 to 20 minutes, and using a tool to get started like Headspace, an app. I would encourage you to think of it as not something very woo-woo, but instead training for less emotional reactivity. You're really learning to observe your thoughts and impulses and patterns in your own head, so that when something frustrating happens, when someone annoys you, when things inevitably go sideways during the day, you don't respond in the worst way possible and make things compulsively worse. Right? That able to actually detach, say, oh, I'm feeling angry, I'm about to become angry, and be angry, play angry, say something angry, and then you can short circuit that and choose a better response.